Good morning, good morning. You are now tuned into another edition of It's Too Early for All That. This is a special Friday episode. I am your humble host, Jay, filmmaker, animator, and your guide to everything under the sun. I've got coffee in hand, excitement in my heart, and I'm ready to kick the day off with some fresh, hot takes. And I've got none other than my ride or die, Lee. How are you doing today, my good man?
We got one.
And I'm also with a special guest named Beaman. How are you doing today, sir?
You had to.
All right. So, turns out that Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland reveals that he's read a new draft of the upcoming film. He says, quote, "It needs work, but the writers are doing a great job. I read it 3 weeks ago, and it's really lit a fire in me. Zendaya and I sat down, read it together, and we are at times bouncing around the living room." He said the only problem is that they're having trouble fitting it in the timeline of the Marvel Universe. This even remotely excites you? How do you feel about this, Beaman?
I just want everybody to know that 27 and up, we ride with Tobey Maguire. No cap, no, won't lie about it. But Tom's good. I just want to clarify that at the beginning. Bro, you could fit that in the timeline. He's Spider-Man. He's everywhere. We just had, what's the Black Spider-Man animated movie?
Miles Morales?
Miles Morales' movie. Like, he's everywhere. Let's be real. Spider-Man's everywhere. Just stick Tom in there. We love to watch Tom flip around and do bull crap all the time, okay? I like Tom. And shout out for shouting out our black queens, Tom. Because I know you sat down and read it with them.
What does that get you thinking about, Lee?
I had a problem with the statement. Like what's going on, I just had a problem with the statement. Who's this motherfucker that critiques anybody's writing, first and foremost? Second of all, how's he going to throw that whole Zendaya and I sat down and read it together? Fuck that dude. Ain't got no Zendaya. Hating all day. Fuck that shit. I don't like that. Anyway, can't fit that somewhere in the timeline because he's back to basics of Spider-Man Away Home. Yeah, that's the one. You could put it anywhere. You could have he's swinging around. There's Shang-Chi on a bus in the background or some shit, or do whatever the fuck. They could do whatever. He could be anywhere at any time. He's not big hero timing right now. He's just street level. So you could do anything with him. You want to do a Friday episode, you're getting Friday energy. Fuck this.
You're right. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you can fit that somewhere in the timeline. I doubt they'll have any problem with that. All you got to do is get Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige's too up there now. You got to bring him back down to managing like he was before and producing like he was before. Get him back to everything coming out of his mind, him putting shit together like he was before. This next phase to really get people back in there. And then, start up the whole Young Avengers thing. Because I think they're getting ready to do, possibly, bring in the Spider-Man side of shit. Silk, possibly Ghost Spider, a.k.a. Spider-Gwen, a.k.a. Spider-Woman.
Spider-Gwen.
Whatever the fuck she calls herself these days and in whatever fucking universe she's in.
She's ambiguous.
I agree. I agree with everything you just said. As far as the point of, as far as, I don't agree with the hating. Because I'm not a hater on Tom like that. But I do agree with the points you made actually pertaining to Spider-Man. I agree with everything you said. I feel like it's a comic book movie. Just give us a story. I don't give a shit about continuity. You could have Spider-Man walk out. It'd be a black guy in the suit. I honestly wouldn't give a fuck. I don't care about continuity. I'm not big on that. Yeah, just give me Spider-Man movies. I don't care about where does it fit in the timeline. Like, the fuck out of here. But then again, I'm not the guy that's going to sleep in a goddamn movie theater line to get the first ticket. So I'm probably not, a person that gives a shit like that. So that's my take on it.
Your hairline looks nice.
Thank you, man. All right. Moving on. All right. So it was announced today. Yeah, it was. It actually was. I can tell. Okay. So I could. It was announced today that Tommy Richmond's viral hit $1 Million Baby, the longest-running #1 Billboard's R&B song, will compete in the rap categories at the Grammys. Right? Fulton and I spoke last week about Tommy Richmond and how he's a culture vulture because he said, "Don't call me a hip hop artist," and I said that the guy is. This is my personal words. The guy's gonna be a huge flop. And it's too early in his career to enter his culture vulture arc. What are your thoughts on Tommy Richmond? And do you think he has a future in music? Even though his last album went triple wood, selling like 2,000 copies its first week. Beaman.
$1 Million Baby. Bang. Shit. That shit hit the soul.
Shit bangs.
Should not be a rap album. Should be a Blue Eyed Soul. Yeah, I said it. Robin Thicke level. You know, right there with the. I guess it's a rap song if you call Shooter a rap song with Lil Wayne and Robin Thicke. Thanks. I just, just a little nostalgia. Wanted to bring that back. That y'all know, I got a little, skill when it comes to this music shit. Cause some people say I just be hating. Fulton, but I don't. Okay, so my issue is if Beyonce didn't make a country album, Tommy Richmond didn't make a rap song. I think that's all I need to say. If Beyonce didn't make a country album, he didn't make a rap song. What
are your thoughts, Lee?
Wait, what was the question again? I was ready to go.
What are your thoughts? Is this a rap? Is this guy rap music? Why is he competing in hip hop? Like, you know what I mean? What are your thoughts on Tommy Richmond as a whole?
Why would they put him in the rap category for the Grammy? I don't fucking know.
Just what are your thoughts on the whole thing?
Just like my whole thoughts are. Funny that you're bringing this up because I saw a video not too long ago, like sometime earlier today, with the original Culture Vulture, Post Malone, sitting down with a guitar, getting ready to do a country ballad, and I was like, this is how long before we see this from like Tommy Richmond? If that's what he wants to do, that's what he's gonna do. But like him being in the rap category for Grammys, I don't know. I don't even think he's gonna win it. I think they're just humoring him. I think it's just there for because like what are the other nominees?
It doesn't matter. I know Kendrick's there.
We don't know yet, but we just know that they're going to be like for your consideration, and they're submitting him in that category.
Oh, okay.
So he's probably going to get a nomination.
We all know who's going to win that.
You know what? This might have even been him saying that. Might have even have been a ploy to get more heat or like more him for that Grammy category to like make it more, to get a conversation
get a little
going.
Many more votes. Yeah.
Not even votes, just to get eyes on it, just to for. Because votes, all that shit doesn't really matter these days. It's how many eyes are on me, how many people are talking about me. It's just about like, am I in the conversation? Are they going to bring up?
Yeah,
I'm done. No, I had nothing to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I figured. So personally, this shit is just disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm more pissed off than I was the last time, and I was fucking heated. I agree with you on the Post Malone bit. He's hitting his Culture Vulture era way too early. At least Post Malone gave us a lot of really good songs we could bang to before he dipped on us with the country shit. And he gave us a lot of warnings. On the Hollywood is Bleeding, he had songs with Ozzy Osbourne. He gave us a lot of warnings. I ain't gonna be here fucking with you black people too long. Like, enjoy it while it lasts. So he gave us a lot of warnings. But this Tommy Richmond guy, we got to pack him the fuck up out of here. Because, the way they did Beyonce and how disrespectful they were to Beyonce, to not even give her a single nomination, the country awards,
CMA.
And shut her out. The CMAs and to shut her out and to basically effectively treat her like she's just some nobody bum bitch. Like, even though she had the number one on country album in the billboards. And they didn't want to give her that, and they literally all turned their backs on her to effectively block her out. The way they did her like that, we need to take hip-hop back and do the same type shit. But we know it's clear as day that hip-hop is not owned by us, because a lot of the shit that's pushed to the top is not even stuff that pushes the best values of us, the best looks of us, and we know that a lot of this shit is not us. So that's my take on it. I'm sick of the Culture Vultures. And I hope his ass gets booed if he shows up at the Grammys trying to, pick up a hip hop award. I hope they throw tomatoes at his ass. The same way they did goddamn Macklemore for the best rap album. Even though Macklemore didn't deserve that hate. He didn't deserve that hate.
No, Macklemore spitting bars.
Macklemore didn't deserve that hate. I get it compared to Good Kid, Mad City, 100%. You shouldn't have gotten on that stage. You didn't make Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. I'm sorry.
No.
Thrift Store is not Sing About Me, I'm
Master
Dying of
Splinter's
Thirst.
daughter?
Yeah.
Master Splinter's daughter?
No, I'm sorry.
Sheree?
He's Sheree? Come on. But at the end of the day, we still know that Macklemore respects hip-hop. And we know that he loves it. He loves it with a passion. Even, he's recorded so many independent projects. But this Tommy Richmond guy, we got to pack him the fuck out. This guy is dangerous. All right, I'm done.
Is Shabuzi country or rap?
He's country. I listened to his album. It's a country album. It's country.
He had 2 songs on Beyonce.
He had 2 songs chart. He's got the The song Tipsy.
That's how he got big. He was on 2 songs with Beyonce on that album.
But you know his aunt is Dolly Parton, right?
No.
Yeah, his aunt is Dolly Parton. He's a nepo baby, bro.
God?
For real?
That's how he got through the door.
Aunt? Or like how?
No, like his actual aunt.
Man, that brother darker than you.
He said it's his blood aunt, dude. I'm just telling you what the man said in the interview. So, yeah.
It don't even matter. Like, you could just have...
Was he being
She claimed him. Nah, she claimed him, bro.
That's all that matters.
She said that's my nephew. So that's how he got through the door. I mean, how you gonna tell her no? It's goddamn Dolly Parton.
Yeah, never mind. I get that. I have a white aunt.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you have Dolly Parton, and then also it's kind of like the Lil Nas X thing, you know, when Billy Ray Cyrus helped him. It's the same type of setup, which was also
They also didn't let him. They didn't give his country song. Yeah, they didn't allow him on the Sea of A's. They were like, no. And I'm gonna just be real. You know, we can talk about everything that comes with Lil Nas X. That Old Town Road was a bop.
This was before that, though. He was still just a normal kid with the Lil Nas X.
Yeah, he was. I said before all of that. I mean, no.
Yeah, it was before all of that. Yeah, it was before all of that.
That song was that shit bang.
You can put that song on right now, it still goes.
Yeah, it's up there with Drink Don't Need No Mix with Shabuzi. Like that's the feel they give me.
Yeah, and that joint was original, 100% original.
100% original. Right, wrote it on his sister's floor. The boy ain't even have a beat.
Damn. All right. So moving on, it's been announced that Tyler the Creator's upcoming album, Chromacopia, is coming out October 28th. And in honor of that announcement, I wore my Call Me If You Get Lost, because it's the last day. It's the last day of that era. We're entering our Chromacopia era. Are you excited for the album?
Take it out of your mouth.
All right.
Get it out of there. Take it out of your mouth.
I don't have things covered mine.
Yeah, because it's already full. It's already full.
Exactly. It's already full. Let's go.
Get your drooling.
Chromacopia. I'm drooling. So, Beaman, how do you feel about this?
I'm an Odd Future baby. Yeah, I was raised on the Odd Future. I'm a little younger than you. Hey, I'm looking at Fulton, trying to catch him. I am a big Tyler fan. I think he got some great bars. I think he's selective on his beats. I'm happy. I'm ready. I'm waiting. Like I'm ready. I mean, I wish it was Earl Sweatshirt, but I'll take Tyler.
So cool.
I'll take Tyler.
Sorry.
You, Lee.
I don't know if I want to be on the show no more, guys.
What about you, Lee? The man wearing a shirt with sarcasm on it can't handle a little sarcasm. Isn't that rich? Isn't that rich?
All this shit. Like, dude, I fucking love.
Yeah. Oh, I'm waiting for Earl Sweatshirt. No one waits for Earl Sweatshirt. His fucking new albums are trash, bro. You actually listen to that shit, bro?
Like them?
Yeah.
The new ones? The ones where like, y'all actually listen to that shit?
Put them on.
Yeah. The ones that are like offbeat and shit.
I can't tell you the lyrics. I just have them on, bro. Like, don't put you trying to put me in something that I'm not fucking in. I'm not one of these kids.
That are just like, I don't agree with Fulton often, but I don't be knowing the lyrics. But that shit be bumping.
It hits for y'all, like that new shit. The one like, the face is moving, and it's like the album cover. The face is moving real fast.
Earl hits, bro. Earl is the best
while I'm doing something. Like if I'm writing or something, or it's nice background rap. I mean, it's not like yeah, it's not like I'm not saying like he's like
I'm gonna hold to myself.
I'm not saying his shit's like the new Vince Staples album or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. Dark Times I'll put on.
Are you talking about
shit?
Are you talking about Earl or are you talking about Tyler?
Who are we talking about right now? Because I was talking about like the Earl shit. I'll put on.
Did you give your take on Tyler? My bad, bro.
Yeah, not yet.
Did you give
your take on talking about the other shit? About the Earl
shit. Give your take on Tyler, and then we'll go into that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm talking shit, but like I love Tyler. I've always loved Tyler the Creator. I've been back when Old Future was going on. Like when they first premiered, I saw them live like 2 or 3 times. So of course I'm excited for this. I've listened to all the fucking albums. I was even listening to the mixtape mixtapes before. I think it was like Bastard and
Oldies.
Goblin. Well, no, Goblin was an album, but all that shit. Yeah. So I'm excited. I always listen to what he's got. Man. That's all I gotta say.
Did you guys get a chance? Did you get a chance to check out the teaser for it? Chromacopia? Man.
No, I have not. I will.
That was clean. Yeah, check it out, man. I'll send it to you. This shit is hard, bro.
He's one of those artists for me that always he always meets my expectations.
Yeah, he never let me down.
Yeah. Every time.
I think the only album from him I didn't like was Cherry Bomb.
I agree with that.
That's an album I bought I didn't like. Like, I actually buy his albums. I bought it and I didn't like it. I'm just being real. The only album from him that I bought and didn't like was Cherry Bomb. But everything else I bought from the cat, it's been fire, man.
Crazy.
My favorite album from the cat is probably Woof. I really like that album. Caught me at a good time in my life. So I hear like different moments of my life. But yeah, I'm super excited for Chromacopia. But what were you saying?
Because I didn't know you were still going. No, all I was going to say was I like him so much that I'd wipe anything that I didn't like from my memory. I forgot Cherry Bomb was even a thing until just now when you said it.
Yeah. I didn't want to say nothing either for him, but I was like, Cherry Bomb, what's that? That's that shit that I didn't like.
I didn't like that album. I like the branding on it. I like the branding on it and everything. I even downloaded, this is how much of a fan I am. I even downloaded the little app he had at the time and signed up for the little $5 a month subscription. I was working.
Remember that shit.
So I've been, yeah. He had an app and everything. Shit went hard. He had like a comedy app and a bunch of stuff going on inside there. It was like a little mini Netflix, but for his stuff. It was dope. I saw the vision, but it didn't work. But yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard the latest news in the world of Pokémons. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Typhlosions are out here raping everybody out here. Great. I don't know if y'all heard about this before I get into it.
Oh, I don't, listen to me. If anybody's heard, it's this guy. Okay?
Go into the intro,
let me explain it. So, there was some leak. Some data hackers, I think, hacked into Game Freak servers, found, data mined some lore, some Pokemon lore on the servers that they never put into the games. This shit was never meant to get out. But, it did, and now these people are acting like the motherfuckers at Game Freak, or the Pokemon company, closeted, bestiality pedophiles or some shit. There's a starter Pokemon.
Freaks.
The Freaks. Game Freaks. There's a Pokemon, Typhlosion. They have some more shit where there's some lore where it's a folktale where a little girl, Beaman might be able to help me out with this. A little girl that's in this village or something like that, and then she goes off into the woods with a Typhlosion and it impregnates her or some shit.
Wait, you trying to tell me Pokemon are entering human Pokemon incestuous relationships?
They've always been,
it's always been
So it's always been a miss. It's always been a little bit under the radar thing. So there's a few. So of course they've got the waifu Pokemon or Lopunny, and they're always highly sexualized.
By the Pokemon company. Let's get that out of the way. People do that.
By the Pokemon company. By the people.
People do that.
Always sexualized them.
Bro, I thought this was lore for the upcoming games. I was like, Lord Jesus, Pokemon has changed a lot since I played.
No,
I thought they were doing this in the games. You go to different towns
No.
Oh my God.
Everybody knows who Ditto is, right?
Oh.
Alright. So there's always a little lore around Ditto can turn into human. And then fans will be like, well, I'd catch a Ditto and turn it into Lucy Liu or Scarlett Johansson or Halle Berry, So there's always that. But recently it's been proven that these data leaks, so the data leaks were very legit because they had things that we already knew. But we didn't know that by Typhlosion. And let me just say something. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am a Gen 2er. I didn't play Gen 1. I started Gen 2. Typhlosion is the fire starter for Gen 2. I've been a Typhlosion stan my whole life. I love Typhlosion. It's a little weird now.
It's a little weird. I still love Cyndaquil. I love the Cyndaquil family.
Hey, Cyndaquil, give it to me, fool! Give it to me!
Give a fuck what they talking about. That slander.
Second best fire starter of all time.
What's your first?
Blaziken.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me go. Let me let you go ahead.
Hey, I'm big. I'm watching Pokemon on TV over here. You just didn't even know it. But no, yeah. Typhlosion was a little weird, and it was one more. But see, Jordan, there's this thing of there's a new Pokemon. Well, he's not new. He's pretty old. His name's Zoroark. Mm-hmm. Zoroark's ability is that it's called Illusion, where he can look like the last Pokemon in your party, which would fool the opponent. Does that make sense?
Got you.
So, you would lead Zoroark and he would look like a Pikachu. And so, like, it's a Pikachu, you use a ground move. It doesn't really affect me. I get I get a little bit of momentum. So there's rumors that there's a player that is a Zoroark. Well, a main character that is a Zoroark, and it looks human. So, like, there's always been this nuance of Pokemon, humans together. And about 3 years ago, they released Pokemon Legends of Arceus, which was totally a new format of the game. It was an open world. It wasn't the same old battle sequence. It was totally different. You catch these Pokemon. And there was a few data entries of Pokemon that were like, years ago, humans and Pokemon lived side by side. And one time, a Pokemon married a woman. Yeah, so it's like that. So, like, but this just kind of solidified the truth of Game Freak. They some freaky game makers.
Okay, so Pokemon have always been.
Can't lie, like my mind is hardcore blown, bro. Like that shit is crazy to me.
But it's
bro.
like not as like bad as you might be thinking. Like they've always been. Pokemon always.
I gotta go sit with this information. I'm like
gray
this is disgusting.
But it's like we're not supposed to know this.
Y'all
shit.
are like, this is cool. I'm disgusted, bro. I'm like, this is slavery, man. They're catching these things, fucking them, impregnating them, and then marrying them.
Hold on.
Mewtwo was right. Mewtwo was right.
No. Hey, have you ever looked up Vaporeon?
Mewtwo was right.
You know
they
about
fought
Vaporeon,
for their slavery.
Right?
Mewtwo was right the entire time.
On like Rule 42
in the
sites,
movie.
so like, what are you talking about?
In the movie.
No. You don't know the meme of Vaporeon?
Oh, I'm trying to fuck it?
So, like, I'll leave that to your own vices. Just Google it. It's pretty funny.
What was your take, though? Lee?
Okay, so I was going to say, Pokemon has always been, and the beings themselves have always been in this weird gray area where it's like a kid. Pokemon is like a kid's property. They never fully come out and said like, are these fucking animals? Or are these like something else? They're always or aliens. They've always been in this weird gray area where they don't talk about it. It's just like anytime someone's eating a sandwich that's made out of meat, it's just like, where are you getting that beef from? The fuck is that?
They do. They never eat Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like I've never seen cows. Is that a milk tank? What the fuck is that? So with this, like, and the thing that's like getting me about like this whole Typhlosion leak, the thing that came out in the leak is they're going off of like old, I don't want to say Shinto or like whatever, but like they were just making up folklore for the background of Pokemon. This shit was never supposed to be seen, but for the people that are freaking out about it, it's like, I can tell they never played Gen 1 Pokemon, because if you go play Gen 1 Pokemon, I remember this from when I was a kid. I had Pokemon Blue. If you read some of the Pokedex entries in there was weird shit in there where like they couldn't, they were in that same, yeah, it was in that same gray area of like, what is like, what's a fucking Clefairy? What are they doing? What are they, aliens? Are they this? Are they that? It's just always been weird beings. What were you saying, Beaman?
Hypno.
No, shit
Hypno mesmerizes. Yeah, he mesmerizes children and brings them into the forest.
Always had like horror elements and shit like that, like weird, creepy, like what am I trying to think of? Like what are the Disney tales based on? Is that like Dutch folklore or like
Grimm? What they call it? Brothers Grimm.
Like Grimm's fairy tales, but what is that? That's like Dutch.
They could be Dutch. They could be Roman. They're okay. European.
Move on. Yeah.
It's always been shit like that. They've always like surrounded the older Pokemon shit with. Only like recently, like past Gen 2, when like the designs started getting more like curved out, more cutesy and shit like that, and more very much so geared towards children, that they started stepping away from that shit. It's always been there. Even in Gen 2, they would have certain stuff like the towers where
Mr. Mime,
shit like that, and Lugia being a god of the sea. Like when you would read those entries, it would just always be like weird, half human. The fuck are these things? Type shit.
Yes, he is 100% correct.
So all the people freaking out about it now, they're all just like, oh, fucking children. It's been creepier than this. They've said weirder.
Yeah, Pokemon's been at its lore.
Yeah,
it's been at its lore. Yeah.
It's interesting. I can also understand why that. It also just feels like it's just me. Or does it feel like everyone's like looking for like pedophilia has become like this new thing where it's like it's a new boogeyman. Everyone's looking for it underneath their bed. Not to say that pedophilia isn't a thing. It's like rampant and should be stomped out. Every pedophile should be like fucking locked in something and burned down. Burned to the fucking ground.
That's a good point. I see. I know what you're saying.
Shit everywhere they like it. Like it's excited. Like who's fucking these?
If you're looking for something, you'll find it.
Yeah, like I said, like I agree with what you're saying. It is, but I think people are looking back at stuff and realizing wait a minute, that has a basis of pedophilia. Like I said the other day when you and I mean, this was like 6 months ago, whenever, but I had just watched The Professional again, and I was like, bro, that movie, I saw it as an adult. I was like, yo, that movie's like hella pedophilia. Like, I loved that film as a kid, yeah. But as an adult, I was like, wait a minute. And then you told me the whole backstory on it, had a whole pedophilia background on it, and I felt kind of bad because it's one of my favorite films. So to feel that on that movie alone, and then to kind of take that, it's just looking at stuff through a new unit of time. I think people are doing that. It's not necessarily they're looking for pedophilia, but they're looking at shit and going, damn, that's a little pedo-ish. And I see it in old movies I've seen. What about you, Beaman? What do you think? It's a touchy topic, you know.
It is.
Yeah, it's easy to go back and point fingers.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, just how I didn't know that, that looked a little pedophilic, I can't just like condemn the creator and be like, oh, he was trying to promote pedophilia. You know, what you said, it's a touchy subject.
Which thing?
But some of that shit be a little weird.
But on The Professional, was
doing that.
That's exactly what he told me. Is that?
So I don't know if I've ever seen The Professional. I don't think I've ever seen The Professional.
You never seen it? It's like a film set in New York. It's about a hitman, and he saves a little girl. Her whole family's been murdered. He saves her little girl, and he takes her in. And then in the scenes, she starts trying to become his woman, and he's like, "I want a father-daughter relationship." You gotta watch the film. It's but like as a kid, yeah. No, we wouldn't immediately.
Aaron McGruder trying to bring it back at some point. Wasn't it supposed to come to something like BET Plus or some shit?
Bro, they not
fired by
let
Sony,
that go.
man. He got fired by Sony. They did one season without him. It's the worst shit you've ever seen.
Well, I remember like that it came. I never watched it, but I remember that hearing that it came out.
Yeah, I watched it. It's like watching if AI wrote it. It's just no soul, bro. Like you just you're like, yo, well, this show was missing something. Yeah, it's no soul.
So I used to read daily comics. That was like the highlight of my time as a child. My father would read the newspaper and he would hand me the comics, and I would love Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
So Boondocks comes out. I think I'm in middle school. I'm pretty sure I'm in middle school. My God, first episode is the R. Kelly trial.
The Garden Party.
The Garden Party is first. It was supposed to be the R. Kelly trial, but they was like, hold on.
Really?
Yeah, the first was supposed to be the
R. Kelly trial is
because
in the first
second
season?
one is the second. It's like the second episode, bro.
I didn't remember that in the first season.
For sure, the Garden Party was the first episode because I remember that.
No. I never remembered the R. Kelly. I thought the R. Kelly was like second season, bro. I never remember that in the first season.
If I'm not mistaken, hold on, give me a second, fellas. I'm on my laptop as we speak. Give me a second. Yes, the first one is the Garden Party, and the second one is the trial of R. Kelly.
Wow.
And 3 is guest host coming to dinner. That's with Cat Williams. Yep.
That's the third episode? No,
I don't know
way.
why I thought those were like later on.
Dude, I thought those were different seasons, man.
No, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
And the fourth episode, he fights Stink Meaner.
Stink Meaner was in the first season?
Bro, he's the fourth episode.
Jesus, I guess so. That's just crazy.
And so the first episode was supposed to be the R. Kelly trial, but they was like, yo.
That was insane.
Hey, Cartoon Network was like, we're going to let you do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, give us something to start with.
What do you think, Boondocks, if it was rebooted, what do you think they would talk about today?
Today? The first episode. It's a baby oil episode, baby.
Yeah, of course.
It'll probably be an episode. It'll probably be an episode of Uncle of a grandpa. He's got somebody trying to scam Unc into like being a body model, and they can't find any baby oil because Diddy has bought all the baby oil in that neighborhood. And so he's stressing out. He's like, I gotta get this money. And then you get Uncle Ruckus. You niggas just love to slip and slide out of the law.
Yeah, this is sound like a pretty good episode. Not even lying.
Hey, hit me up. I can see that.
Loki kind of want to write this. I see the eyes turning over there. What are you thinking?
I was thinking like sort of that, but more of like Granddad gets invited to one of the fucking freak-offs, and Huey Huey just going like, no, you know what this is.
Nigga, that shit gay.
And then like Riley and Granddad going like, no, like, you know, like most of our culture did, going like, nah, Diddy's not like that. Like, that's just rumors and shit. And then Huey's like, how many rumors do you have to hear? How many people do we have to hear say that he's doing this shit? Like, why do black people constantly do this? Like, hear this, like, this heinous shit, and then don't look any further into it. Some shit like that.
You seen him beat her ass in the hallway?
Riley somehow, for some reason, calling him gay. I don't know.
Yeah. He gonna call him gay.
Nigga, you gay. You don't want to see, you don't want to go to an orgy with a bunch of women. He's just like, well, men are gonna be there too. He rapes men. He gay. You don't do
that would be a really good episode.
Nigga, you gay. Bro, that show was so good, man. Top tier. I'm glad I lived through that.
Miss you, Aaron.
All right.
Sorry. All right, so this has been the Friday episode of It's Too Early for All That. Have a great weekend. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications so that you can know the next time we drop more hot takes. So yeah, it's been a pleasure having you, Beaman, as well as you, Lee. I will talk to you guys and see you guys Monday.